breath, trying to steady myself. I knew I had to get out of here, but I didn't know how. My mom was right. I was going nowhere. That night, I went back to my room and locked the door. I knew I had to get out of there. I couldn't stay in this house anymore. It was like being trapped in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the blank wall in front of me, trying to figure out what to do next. I knew I couldn't just walk out the front door. My mom and sister would stop me. I needed a plan, something solid. First, I grabbed my phone and opened the messages from my sister. I took screenshots of everything. I didn't know if I'd need them, but I wanted proof, just in case. It felt weird, like I was building a case against my own family, but they'd left me no choice. I saved the screenshots in a hidden folder, then backed them up to my email. After that, I started going through the other messages. My sister had sent me a lot of awful stuff over the years, and I saved those too. Every insult, every threat. It was a lot. I tried not to read them too closely because I knew it would just make me cry again, and I needed to stay focused. Next, I made a list of things I needed to take with me. Clothes, my laptop, a few books, some cash I'd been saving up from my part-time job. I had about $300 stashed away. Not much, but hopefully enough to get me started somewhere else. I started packing a small bag, keeping it quiet so no one would hear. I rolled up some clothes and stuffed them in, along with my laptop and charger. I shoved the cash deep in my backpack, under everything else. My heart was pounding the whole time like I was doing something wrong, but I kept telling myself I had to do this. I couldn't stay here and keep pretending everything was okay. As I was zipping up the bag, I heard footsteps coming down the hallway. I froze, my heart in my throat. The doorknob rattled and I realized I'd forgotten to unlock it. Open the door, my mom's voice came through, sharp and annoyed. I hesitated for a second, then forced myself to get up and unlock the door. She pushed it open and stood there, arms crossed, glaring at me. Her eyes flicked to the bag on my bed, and I could see the realization dawning on her face. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" she demanded. I tried to stay calm, tried to think of something to say, but I could feel the panic rising in my chest. "I'm just packing some stuff," I said, my voice shaking a little. "For college. I just wanted to be ready." "Don't lie to me," she snapped, stepping into the room. "You think you're leaving? After everything I've done for you, you're just going to walk out?" I swallowed hard, my mouth dry. "I'm not trying to leave right now," I said, forcing a smile. "I was just getting things together. I'm not going anywhere." She didn't believe me. I could see it in her eyes. She took a step closer, her face inches from mine. "You think you're so smart, don't you? Think you're going to run off and have this perfect little life? Well, you're not. You're not going anywhere." "I know, Mom," I said, keeping my voice soft. "I know. I'm staying here. I'm sorry." I hated saying it, hated pretending, but I knew if I didn't, she'd make everything worse. She looked at me for a long time, her eyes boring into mine like she was trying to see if I was lying. I forced myself to keep looking back, to keep my expression calm. Finally, she stepped back, her lips curling into a sneer. "That's right," she said. "You're not going anywhere. You belong here, with your family. Don't you forget that." I nodded, trying to look as defeated as I felt. "I won't forget," I said quietly. She gave me one last glare before turning and leaving the room, slamming the door behind her. I let out a shaky breath